Morning, everybody. Apologize for that feed not working. There's something going on my OBS. I apologize for that. I just want to make sure that I'm gonna record this stream. I'm live now. I'm gonna actually have to post it later. That's fine. So let's get into what we're seeing in the markets today. What I'm seeing, what happened yesterday. We'll go over it. Again, it's August 26th, 8:33 a.m. Let's look at what happened yesterday. All right, if we look at the SPY chart, look at the SPY chart really quickly. Yesterday we kind of broke higher than expected, kind of went to the low of this 811 candle, kind of found the resistance. Also, that we got a downtrend line here in the SPY. I'm going to show in the market profile what really happened. Seeing this candle looks like, ooh, strong, right? From the candlestick version. So let's go over to the Qs and what happened in the Qs. The Qs hit a downtrend trend line to the tick, pretty much found resistance. Also hit the daily 9 EMA. Okay, so that found resistance there. Kind of this gap here kind of like filled half of the gap. Okay, and then let's look at the TNX, what that did. Very important from yesterday, right? So let's look at this. TNX was rising, which is bad for stocks, bad for tech stocks, right? The day before on Wednesday, and yesterday somebody was buying some bonds there. So because it just slammed down yesterday, and then that made tech stocks go higher, right? So you got to keep an eye on this. It doesn't mean every day you do what it does, but like just keep an eye on it. If we're just gonna keep going higher, that we're most likely, depending on today's Jackson Hole meeting, it's gonna go lower for a little bit. Okay, you don't have these yields go higher and we're not gonna rise together with it. We need the rates to go lower in order for tech stocks to move higher. So just keep an eye on this. Actually, we can probably draw a trend line here, right there. We'll do that trend line. We'll keep an eye on that. And let's go over to the futures. So futures coming up. Here we go. Give me 1 second. And let's pull up those futures. Alrighty. So now what I'm going to show you guys is what the candlesticks don't show you. Okay, and why I love market profile. Alright, so we can see what we did yesterday, right? So yesterday was very interesting, a little surprising on my side. Okay, not too surprising because we're still within range of the bracket. However, let's look at what happened, right? So yesterday we kind of like gapped. We were gapping higher, hit the monthly VWAP, and sold off. Okay, we sold off. So then everybody took profits from overnight. The longs got squeezed. I mean, I'm sorry. The longs had to liquidate, and then we opened here, what did we do? We came down, and then, obviously stuff happened during the market, but we went higher. We went back. Okay? And whoever was short here was then getting squeezed. That's what happened yesterday. Now, Nvidia had bad news and semiconductors rocketed yesterday. Obviously, that doesn't hurt. Okay? Apple, everyone got into the mix at the end of the day, which a lot of levels were broken yesterday that were resistance. Okay? So, hence why the move was pretty nice. Okay? That's really what happened. Okay, so let's look at this a little more in detail of what really happened. And so I can actually split this out to show you the 30-minute time periods. Okay, so this is, each one of these is 30 minutes, and maybe it's hard to see here. Okay, but it pretty much opened here, came down, went up all the way to here till around 41.85, and then that sold off. And we came all the way down to here to 41.53, found buyers again and ripped all the way up here. We pretty much, all the shorts were squeezed again in this real-time trading session, and we ripped higher all the way up to like 42.02. Okay, let's just go back because I don't think anybody's going to see, so this is better looking here. Okay, so what does the market profile show you that a candlestick doesn't? Okay, these are called single prints, these white boxes. And that just means emotional buying or selling. And in this case, it was emotional buying. Okay, so we know that this was emotional buyers. There's not going to be much support here. And we came up and made a poor high. And in market profile terms, that just means that, you usually want excess. You want one period to have an excess. Okay, like look at this. There's an excess here. There's only one period that went higher, right? Every day usually just excess. There's only one period here. Okay, so this is basically longs at the end of the session had poor location, and then they had to sell off. That's all that was. Okay, but in market profile terms, now, of course, I can't do a whole lesson, right? But usually a poor high here, that means that eventually that gets repaired, we call it, and that price could go higher, and the shorts here will get squeezed. I'm not saying you move like this, but it should repair this poor high to give it some excess. Now, I understand not everybody understands market profile. I understand that. Okay, and I'll give a quick drawing right now that's not realistic. It is sometimes. So if a profile looks like this, I'm just going to give you an example. Okay, this is a normal profile. Let's look at this profile here. This is like a normal profile. You have excess at the top, and it kind of goes like this. Okay, now if you have a profile, okay, that looks like this, let's say the top looks like this, and then we go like this. Okay, why we say repair the poor high? Okay, why in market profile do you say that? Because if you're a market profile buying profile person, this is an incomplete profile, right? This is a normal profile. This is an incomplete profile. So when we say repair, it just means that we need the price to look like this to make a profile. That's all that means. Anybody has more questions than that, I'll be glad to answer it. But that's basically what that means. Okay, so you expect always to have a profile with a bell curve. This is considered a bell curve. Excess at the top, excess at the bottom, and the bulk of the trade happens in the middle. That's pretty much most times how profiles look. I mean, look at this one, right? Boop. That's how they look. I mean, this one's a little weird, but that's generally how profiles look, right? So when you have a poor high like this, Usually it's going to get repaired. I'm not going to spend too much more time on that, but that you understand. Hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, another thing in Mocha Profile, which is great, is this is called a spike. This is a spike with emotional buying. And what this will tell us, okay, this will tell us that couple rules, okay? If, like right now, if we accept prices in the spike, like prices right here right now, it's within the spike. That is bullish. That means that this emotional buying is being accepted overnight. People are saying, hey, we're accepting these prices. Okay? That is bullish. Now, if price was below the spike, let's say this price was here. Well, that means now these prices are not deemed as fair and we're back here. But that's not the case. We're within the spike. So that within the spike is bullish. The prices are staying in this area, okay? Of course, if we were gapping higher, that's even stronger. But you get the point. That's how you can gauge. That's like a good measuring stick for this move, okay? Because this is considered poor structure in the Mocha Profile, and that just means there's not a lot of foundation, okay? There's not a lot of volume here. If you notice, there's not a lot of volume here. So that's why it's poor structure. It's poor foundation. It doesn't have a lot of value built out here. You can see on the side here. This is the profile of the last 5 days, the composite profile. You can see it's very thin at the top, and then we get value here, the most traded price of the month and the week. So what today, if we can have the market start to build value out here and maybe move this higher, the value, that's bullish. Okay. Now, today's not a normal day, so I understand that. Jackson Hole kind of can throw all that out the window. I'm just explaining how that works. Okay. So Jackson Hole can throw a wrench in that whole thing. But just in general, hey, we're accepting prices within the spike. That is bullish for right now. That is bullish. We tried to get sellers and they were nowhere, and we came out above. And monthly VWAPs here, we're above it. Just important information, okay, that I'm showing you. Let's move over to the Qs, the NASDAQ. Okay. Same story. Not going to go in detail because you heard the ES is kind of the same story, okay? So, spike, price, bullish, okay? Also, I didn't point out any other one. Look, what we've been doing, I'll go to the RTH, which is the real trading hours, just to show you value, be more clear to see, okay? So, I've talked about this before, and this is value in a little more micro scale, okay? So here's value on Wednesday. Then yesterday we moved value here. So from here to here we move value higher. That's bullish. Okay, that's bullish in the short term sense. Okay, because we were just chilling here, but now value has moved up in this session. Just to point that out, right? Value is everything. Okay, price is not. Value is. Value is king. So now you can see in the overnight we're accepting value higher, right? In the NASDAQ. Value for the overnight is here. So if we keep doing that, that's bullish, but Jackson Hole can throw a wrench on the whole thing. Just pointing out how I read the market. Okay? So let's look at the futures, 60-minute futures market. Give me one sec. I'll show you what I'm seeing. All right. So let's look what we got here. Now I have my levels there. You can clearly see them. Okay. So what happened yesterday? Okay. What happened yesterday? So what happened yesterday was once we came here and broke this level, those were squeezed and we went up to here. Just to show you on candlesticks, okay? This level was also very important. We had shorts here. They got squeezed as well, which made this move very strong, okay? So now what are we looking at? All right, what are we looking at? So people are waiting for Jackson Hole. This is obvious. Okay, the key level for me yesterday was this 41.89 to get broken, and it was broken. Okay, I didn't put much weight into this break because I know Jackson Hole's coming, and it didn't have a lot of volume built out like I showed you in the market profile. So I was like, most likely people are going to take profits, and we should find ourselves back around here tomorrow, and we kind of are, right? Because like I said, today is like I can't predict too much today because Jackson Hole is unpredictable. So I can't really say with certainty what will happen today. Okay, I think people are just waiting to see like everyone else is. So key levels for today, okay, is 4,200, okay, because we have a lot of shorts here. And what just happened in this hour is we came up here again and found sellers. Boop. And we have a wick, upper wick now, right? So this level's pretty strong. This level's pretty strong. As long with this downtrend line as well that we have here. So and so what I'm looking for today is basically like, okay, what do we do with this level? Another important level of support is 41.52, and of course a support level of 41.1350, and the ultimate support is 40.81. Okay, so those are the levels I'm looking at. And again, there's not much to go into detail because I don't know what Jackson Hole. I don't know when he starts talking what the market will do. Hawkish, dovish, I don't know. So today's kind of like open ended, right? All I can tell you is if it's if we are bullish or that he's dovish and the market likes it and we break 4,200, well, yeah, maybe we possibly could see, um, let's see here, probably 42.20. You know, bearish, we break 41.52, we could possibly see 41.22, 41.13. Okay, that's what I'm seeing right now. So let's look at the Nasdaq. Okay, so the Nasdaq, the key level for me yesterday was 130.92, and we broke that big time. Broke that level. Okay, so we also now in the yesterday session and overnight, a strong level has been 131.58. Just like the ES, we just tried to break it and cut it and found sellers. But this level's still key, okay? So that means shorts are there. Shorts are there, sellers are there. So, important level, okay? And what else we got here? We got the level that I was looking yesterday was 130.92. That was broken, like I just said. So, to me, the Qs have a couple important levels here, okay? To go lower, it's 129.97, 129.62, and 129.25. Those are key supports. Okay. Key resistance is 131.58. Like I said, I can't predict what Jackson Hole will be, so I will just point certain things out on the market profile chart and the zoomed in chart to see, you know, what I could possibly glean from today, which will be, my final recap of what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's look at. Let me get my marker here. Let's get into this. Okay, so as far as the ES price right now is at 41.97. Okay, it's right here. That little dot, 41.97. All right. So you see my levels. They're on my chart, which is great. Everybody can see them. Here's the spike. All right, we're accepting prices. That's bullish. Okay, so here's my scenarios. Okay, for Jackson Hole. If he's dovish and the market loves it, okay, let's just say we break 4,200, which is a key level. Shorts will be definitely hurt here. So we need to break 4,200 and we're going to at least 4,220. At least 4,220. Okay. If he's hawkish, okay, if he's hawkish, give me one sec. And we come back into 40, when we come underneath 41.89, okay, if price comes down here 41.89, now that means we're back into the old range. All right. And what I can see happening is, you know what's going to happen. Longs are going to get liquidated. We'll probably come down to the most traded price of yesterday, which is around 41.75. And if we break below that, we're probably headed towards 41.52. That could give us some support here. Break that. I say we land at 41.40. That's if the Fed's hawkish. 41.40 is a wall, so I would expect to get some support here. And we have a demand zone here, the green box. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, because I can't go into, usually I can go very granular on who's going to get hurt. This is pretty simple today. It's a bull or a bear. We're going to get some type of move. Okay, so let's go over to the NQ, the Nasdaq. Okay, here's a spike, just the same thing, right? Prices right there. And Nasdaq, let's see, Nasdaq is at 131.40. Okay, key levels for the Nasdaq. Let's look at those again. 131.58. That's the key level. That's the key resistance level. Okay, so Nasdaq goes up there. Let's say, usually what happens, we might come down a little bit, and if we just kind of hang around, I think we'll hang around. If it's dovish, we break 131.58, go into this supply zone, and it possibly can go into 132, 13,200. Probably found some resistance there. If not, we can go higher. Okay, and then if Jackson Hole is dovish, I'm sorry, that's if Jackson Hole is dovish. We're going to break 131.58. That's the key level. Okay, and now, of course, if this is this hawkish tone, that means we're going to come down to 130.92, which is back into the range. Okay, if we can break these overnight lows, we'll probably balance here at the most traded price, and then we could take out 129.97, 129.62, and probably land at 129.35. That's the most price of the month. That would be the bear. Now, could we fall further? We could. I don't know how far full, how high or how low we can go, but that's we're looking for a move today. Okay, with some vengeance, right? So basically, what's going to fuel the move? Longs are going to liquidate. You're going to profit take from yesterday's move. Okay, and then there's shorts hanging above the overnight highs over here and here. They keep selling every time the market comes up here. They're going to get hurt if we're bullish. All right. So that's about it for today. Um, I'm not going to try to schedule these feeds anymore. I don't know. Like it worked earlier in the morning. I tested it. It worked. And then when I did it again, it didn't work. So I'm not going to do the schedule. I'll just tell everybody when I'm going live and stuff. So apologize for that. And hope everybody has a good day, has a green day. Hopefully we get a nice move that everybody can partake in. All right. So please subscribe, comment, give me a like. I'll answer any questions and I hope everybody has a great day.